Hello, Shalom Aleichem. My name is Rabbi Amram Abraham, and here is Saint Michael. We're coming here today to talk with you, to give you a story. And the story is called The Stolen Legacy. Now, you might not know it as that, but as we go, you will understand that somewhere down the line, your legacy was stolen and it was adopted by somebody else. But most of all, it was foretold. There's this book. Some of you guys call it the Holy Bible. In this book, Isaiah talked with you and told you that someone was going to steal your legacy. Then it was mentioned again in the book of Matthew. That book of Matthew is in something you call the Midrash Chadash. That is the new retelling. Now let's get down to that. First of all, Michael, help me out. Would you read for us Matthew 5:19?
Book of Matthew, Matityahu.
Hey,
Chapter
little
5.
little Hebrew for you.
Chapter 5, verse 19. It reads on this wise. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So now, in the Midrash Chadash, you are told that you should keep the commandments. You are told that you should teach people to keep the commandments. Keep the commandments, teach the commandments. So now, let's go to where everything started. Let's go to Matthew. No, I'm sorry. Let's go to Isaiah. In the book of Isaiah, what you're going to see is this. Israel starts to want to be like other people. Have you heard that before? And Israel is punished for it. Now, of course, it's written in a parable. So let's look at it. Let's look at how it goes. Would you read for us Isaiah 5 and 1?
Yes. It reads on this wise. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved hath a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. And he fenced it, and gathered out the stones thereof, and planted it with the choicest vine, and built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes.
Wow.
And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. What could have been done more to my vineyard, that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes? And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof,
Take away the hedge.
and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down.
Now, let's look at this. Of course, we're not really talking about a vineyard, right? We're talking about a nation of people. And the nation of people is Israel. That individual that prepared the vineyard, that is, who dug the vineyard, planted the grapes, made sure all the boulders were gone, that's the Creator. He gave Israel something. Now, in that, they talked about the grapes themselves. The grapes is Judah. The vineyard is Israel. Now, what's the importance of the wine press? The wine press is the offspring. It is how you maintain yourself as a community, a nation, and it's what you are producing. That is, what type of children can you produce? Once you get these wild grapes, Israel has become wild grapes. Why? Because they did not keep the legacy. And their children are not fit to be made wine of, or they're also not fit to profit the nation. And as a punishment, the Creator tears down the wall, the hedges that protect them. And once those hedges are down, what happens? The neighbor next door comes in and takes over your wine place. Once you have no more gates, you have nothing to distinguish your land from your neighbor's land. And the neighbor then takes everything that is yours. Now, this parable is also written, and it's written a little better in Matthew's 21:33 in the Midrash Hadash. Now, it's going to be shown to you extremely clear, but the Creator does not say the same thing twice. Now he's letting you know that it's not a question of if your next door neighbor will take your legacy. It is your next door neighbor is going to take your legacy. There's not a question. Why? Because you, Israel, have not kept the commandment. You, Israel, allow people to tell you that you don't have to keep the commandment. You, Israel, want to be like everybody else. And so, you get treated like everybody else. You get your turn at the bottom. Let's please read.
Matityahu, chapter 21, verse 33. And it reads upon this wise. Hear another parable. There was a certain householder which planted a vineyard and hedged it round about, and digged a winepress in it, and built a tower, and let it out to husbandmen, and went into a far country. And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen, that they might receive the fruits of it. And the husbandman took his servants, and beat one, and killed another, and stoned another.
What?
Again, he sent other servants more than the first, and they did unto them likewise.
Disrespect.
But last of all he sent unto them his son, saying, they will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him. Let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him, and cast him out of the vineyard, and slew him. When the Lord therefore of the vineyard cometh, what will he do unto those husbandmen? They say unto him, he will miserably destroy those wicked men, and will let out his vineyard unto other husbandmen, which shall render him the fruits in their seasons. Yeshua said unto them, did ye never read in the scriptures, the stone which the builders rejected, the same has become the head of the cornerstone? This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Therefore I say unto you, the kingdom of God shall be taken from you, and given to a nation, bringing forth the fruits thereof. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder.
It's pretty clear that the nation of Israel, which is the kingdom of God, will be given on to another. It says it right there. But why did that happen? That happened because the Creator, as he told you in the story of Isaiah, had this nation for you, and Judah did not step up. And so he lent it out to somebody else. And the other person that he lent it to did not give him his just dues, his honor. Did not give Yah his honor. Now Yah went to a faraway place. Of course, he lives in a faraway place. He don't live on earth. And when the time came to honor Yah, this person that it was lent to did not do so. What he did was he killed all of the heirs so that he could say, I am Israel. What? You don't look like Israel. When's the last time you seen Israel? It's been thousands of years. I am Israel. Okay, you're Israel. They stole your legacy. Be of assurance. However, they can't mistreat you. They can't brutally mistreat you because you are that stone that was rejected, that keystone. And the moment they try to brutally mistreat you, they will fall. However, the moment you step into place, the entire world will change. All the bricks will be pushed into their place. And Yah's creation and its kingdom will be back in order. Israel. Hear me. Step up. Take back your legacy. Honor Yah, the God of creation. Todah for your time.
Todah Rabah. Messiah.